to the channel. It's Chi. Today I'm going to be showing you guys what is inside of my Louis Vuitton desk agenda. I did unbox this and another purchase from Louis Vuitton on another video. I'll have it linked below in case you guys want to check that out. I do want to compare this agenda to my agenda so you guys can see the size. I have this planner over here in the damier Ben, and it is the size with the clasp. The big difference between the desk agenda and the regular agendas is there is no clasp. It's just a full open right here. There's no little clasp right here, which I'm okay with because the desk agenda is meant to stay on a desk, stay at home. It's meant to be almost like a table planner as opposed to an on-the-go planner, but you can still use it as such because I've thrown this in my purse a few times, my tote bag, and I've taken it places and it's not spilling open. You can put it this way in your bag, facing down, or even this way if you like seeing the inside of your planner like this, especially if you have tabs here too. I will be using this agenda as a financial planner. The inserts I have in here are from Cloth and Paper, and they are the financial bundle. There's income trackers, budget trackers, savings trackers, all the type of trackers that you'll need for finances. And I want to show you guys what's in here, what I'll be using this agenda for, and any future thoughts and ideas I might have with this agenda. So if that's something you guys want to see, just keep watching. All right guys, so I decided to flip the camera because I felt like this was the best way to show you guys what is inside of the agenda. I'm just going to flip through the pages and just chit chat with you guys for a little bit. So let's open this bad boy up. First thing you're gonna notice is there is no binder clips like usual, like you'll find in a regular binder or agenda, or if you have any of the other Louis Vuitton agendas like I have the you won't see any binder clips. You'll just see rings, and I did purchase these rings myself from Staples. They are a gold aluminum, and I believe they're about 3/4 of an inch. I don't believe they're a full inch. I'll have to check the packaging again, but I found them in store and they were about $18. They were the last pack, but I think they were having a little sale, so I don't think I paid full price for them. As you see, it is a budget and finance planner. Again, the inserts are from Cloth and Paper. The first thing you see over here on the left is this little planner. I can pull it out. I have it clipped a little bit right here. So I got this from Staples. It's just a basic monthly planner. Let's see, yeah, just days of the month, and it's 2020 to 2021. I got this because I wanted almost a catch-all space, if that makes sense, for my bills. I do have a daily planner, which was my I use that for basically anything that I need to do daily, things that have time constraints on them. I put them in my daily planner. So I decided to pick this up. It was about $7 at Staples, and I can basically just write in my bills. Like if I have, let's say, rent on the 1st, I can have car payment on the 12th, things like that. And it just helps me stay organized in terms of looking at the big picture financially for the month. And I just didn't really want to dedicate a big insert for monthly planning in my financial planner because I knew that the bundle was going to be pretty thick. So what I did, because you see this little flap so that I could stick it in this pocket right here, I actually used one of the packaging backs and cut it to size and monkey glued it so that I can have a little flap right here. As you can see, if I can just put it in there like that, and I'm still able to flip through the entire thing, which I really love. And I just use this clip around the back part to kind of just keep it in place. I find that sometimes it will shimmy around, but when it's like that in there, everything stays in place. I do keep a couple dividers at the very top. Here I have income, then I have expenses. I also have savings, if you can see, budget, lists, accounts, and then I have two black ones from another type of set. I can't remember where I got these ones from, probably Cloth and Paper again. These say goals and ideas, and this one says miscellaneous. It might be a little hard to see, but those are the inserts that I use. They are basically clear with gold printing on them, and then the black ones, of course, are black with gold printing on them again. And I pretty much do organize things in that way. I originally got these inserts along with the financial bundle, and these are already hole punched to the 8-disc system. And these are January through December. It's basically a monthly tab system that I'm actually not using in this planner. So what I'm thinking is I might use it for a different planner, but I'll leave that for the end to chit chat with you guys about that. I'm gonna flip the first page, and this is the income section we're gonna go to. It's actually titled reoccurring payments, but there is an income section right here. There's a place to source it, to show how much you've made, and then what day that you were paid. This works really well if you get paid weekly or bi-weekly. The only thing I will say is if you are someone who makes cash or money every day, whether you're a bartender, a server, or you help a family friend that pays you daily, This might not work because there's not enough space. You might need to use another one of the trackers and white out the heading and turn that into your daily income. But if you're paid bi-weekly and weekly, like a lot of people are, this will work for you. The section below it is bills, and then you can write the bill name, the description with how much is due, when it's due, and when you paid it. Or you can write out the date that it's due and just check it off when you pay it, which I'll probably end up doing. And then below that you have subscriptions. This might be where you can also extend your income if you're one of those people that get paid more than bi-weekly or weekly, and just put your subscription things in your bill section. On the back of the reoccurring payment sheet, you will see a non-essential daily spending sheet, and it has a section where you can put in the month and the year. These are completely undated. I want to say that, so you can write in for either 2020, or if you want to start tracking 2021, because this year has been kind of a crapshoot, so we don't know what's going to happen. You could write a budget for how much you want to be spending, and then how much your actual, and then the difference, all of that. And then it goes on for the next few pages. So we're going to go to expenses. So I'm going to flip this. And if you've noticed, the holes are off because these are actually A5 inserts. I hole punched these inserts into an 8 disc bound with this bad boy that I picked up from Michael's. It's a 9 disc bound hole puncher, but it works perfectly for making an 8 disc bound system or any kind of disc bound system you need under the number of 9, of course. But just want to throw that in there in case you're wondering, like, why are your holes off? The next section you have is the expense log, and again, it's completely undated. Here I say you can be more descriptive in what you're spending compared to the non-essential daily spending. Here you can do like January 3rd, Whataburger. The category section would be, let's say you budget using the word dining, it would be Whataburger, dining, $10. Or it could be January 5th, you can say manicure and pedicure. The category is personal care. I spent $100. Want and need. I really like the want and need section a lot, because when you start to look back at this after tracking for a month, you'll realize how much you're buying your wants compared to your needs. Maybe you're buying a lot of things that are considered wants as opposed to needs, and you want to cut back on that. Or maybe you're staying on track and buying a lot of things that you need as opposed to what you want. But having that section right there, especially if you want to color coordinate it, and then down here you can total everything that you spent in that month. The next section is savings. The first thing you see in this section is a savings challenge. They basically wrote out one for you so that you could end up with, let's see, the total of $10,000 in 1 year. It's a 52-week challenge. And then there's a section where you can write in the day that you deposited. And then on this side, there's an empty savings challenge that you can use to create your own. Here's where you can track maybe $1,000 in a year, $5,000 a year, or 20 grand in a year, but it's completely blank for you. So you can always write in your total here, do the math. It might take a lot of work, but if that's something that you're really passionate about saving, especially savings challenges, this is a really good sheet for you. And then here, if you're more so just I save what I want to save when I want to save it person, you have this section right here, which is a savings tracker. Then here you have a goals section where you can write in any goals or plans you have in terms of savings. And here is more so just how much you're saving per week and each month. It has January through December. And of course you can write in your starting balance just to see how much you're saving in a month. I think that's really good motivation for months going forward. The next section we have is budget. Everyone's favorite and least favorite thing to do is to budget. This is a monthly budget section. It has your total budget, your actual, and the difference. So basically, if your total budget for the month is $3,000, but you spent $3,005, you could write negative $500 because you spent more than what you were supposed to. Or if your budget was $3,000 and you spent $2,500, you could say plus $500 because you had an additional $500. You know, I do this because an additional $500 or anything that you get extra in a month usually goes to some other bills, paying down debts, things like that. But it's really nice to see if you are spending less or more than your actual budget in a month. So here you can basically write in anything. You can write in utilities, and you can have maybe your phone bill here, cable, Wi-Fi. Let's say your phone bill is $70, but this month you got some kind of discount, so it was $60, you save $10, and then you can actually total that out at the bottom. Here you can do personal care, let's say manicure, pedicure, wax, maybe eyelash appointment, hair appointment, things like that. And it does give you quite a bit of space to write in anything that you need. And it's basically the same thing, front and back. Next section we have is lists. This section, I don't know If I will be using this, it is basically a watch list. I am not really big on the stock market. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I've tried to look into it a few times, but I feel like it's very overwhelming. It's just very intimidating to me, but it is something that I want to look into seriously in the future. On the back, you have a portfolio allocation. There is US stocks, international stocks, alternatives, bonds, other. If you don't live in the US, you can always white that part out and write in whatever stocks you may have. If they're not US stocks, they can be UK stocks, Australian stocks, anything like that. And you can white out the international stocks if you don't need it. These things that you don't like or don't resonate with you, again, you can white them out and write over it. That is the point of personalizing your planner in the way that you like it. Down here, you have investments, the date, the symbol you're using, and the market value. This is for someone who is very involved in the stock market and wants to keep track of their money and how many shares they may have in it and things like that. The next section I have is accounts. So we're gonna flip back there. Funny enough, I do have inserts over here from my A5 planner that used to be my financial planner that has my card info, so I'm gonna have to transfer everything here. But basically it is resources and tools. Here you'll write the name, the type, the category, username, all that for either your personal cards or your actual accounts. If you go ahead and fill in this information, then I recommend you to please leave your agenda at home in a locked, safe space, because you don't want to have all of your bank information, your card information, basically your resources in here and accidentally lose your agenda out and about, have it placed somewhere where anyone can grab it, can take a quick picture of it and then go about their business, because as much as we like to, trust people, there's a lot of bad things in this world, and someone grabbing your planner, they might not even know what is inside of your agenda and how it could be useful for them, but a lot of people just take things, and I would hate for someone to have all their information written out in here, front and back, and end up with a missing planner or a missing page, because someone could literally just and leave my planner as is, and I won't realize it until I get home and I'm missing some bank account sheets. This next section is goals and ideas. Here you have reflect monthly. It has a section with weeks 1 through 5, and basically you can just reflect on your month. It's basically where you kind of have your coming to self moment. You can write out your priorities and you can check them off, whether you completed them or whether it's gonna roll into the next month. You can have a word of the month, you can have a monthly budget, starting debt, total applied to debt, and then any credit cards or loans you've paid off, or maybe just the total of everything you've paid off. And then you can also track your no spend days and then your ending debt. I think that's really cool, this section right here, since there isn't a full debt tracker, which I wish there was one, because I feel like most people like to keep track of their loan debt, school debt, things like that. So I think if they had a full debt tracker, that would be amazing. And then on the back of this one, it is a gratitude. It's a line a day. So again, you can write in whatever month you want and basically write whatever you want. If you want to do a gratitude, if you want to do a word of the month, word of the year, word of the week, because there's so many spaces for that, you can go ahead and do that. And it's the same thing for the next few sheets. I'm going to go to the miscellaneous section right now. And it's basically just note paper. This note paper came with the cloth and paper set. And I also have my own paper back here, and I got this from Staples. It's part of the Martha Stewart collection. It's really hard to see, but the back is actually dotted. It's not lined at all. I wish they had kept the lines going, because then I would be able to take a lot more notes as opposed to taking it on the front side, wasting the back, and then going to the next sheet. But I like having a couple of these in here just in case I want to doodle or jot down any ideas or notes in my head, video ideas. I'm basically a brainstormer when it comes to writing things down. I love writing every single thing down, so that's why I like just keeping paper in here in case I need to, brainstorm on paper. That's pretty much it for the inserts. I have this little black insert in here just to keep this a little sturdy. It's tucked away. I don't have anything on the front inside pocket. Here I have this little card from Cloth and Paper. It says, "Heavy is the head that wears the crown." I really like that. I thought it was super cute. And then back here I have this insert from Sesame. It's just a yearly overlook of each month. And up here I just have 3 cards that I don't use. I have my gym card and 2 credit cards. I just keep these back here. For the most part, they're usually in my safe, the 2 cards, but I did have to take them out the other day, but I don't use them. That's why they're not on my person. And my Lifetime card. I do go to the gym, but I just scan my little barcode on my phone. That's what gets me into the gym. But that is pretty much everything in my agenda. I think it will be staying like this for quite a while. I don't see myself changing it. The only thing that I'm now considering is purchasing another desk agenda, but in the Demi Ben print, and use that for social media and YouTube planning, just because I'm so in love with the disc system. I didn't think that I would love having these discs as much as I do. I thought it would be a hassle. I thought it would honestly be a pain in the butt and it wouldn't be sturdy, but these are really sturdy. I really love it. And I'm honestly considering just biting the bullet and getting another desk agenda instead of waiting for the GM agenda to come back in stock. I might just go ahead and do the desk agenda for social media planning. But I'm completely happy with my desk agenda. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you have any more agenda videos that you guys want to see, feel free to leave those in the comments. If you have any other video ideas you want to see from me as well, leave those in the comments as well. I hope you guys stick around and check out my other videos that I'll have linked below and on the screen, and I will talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!